1, 2, 3, 4, 5, day 6. We're on day 6. Let's get moving. Come down to your mat. Join me. Make your way all the way down to the floor. I'm going to start lying down on my back. Find a nice comfortable spot. Get some little wiggling in. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Something under my foot. I'm going to move that right out of the way. And then settle into this place and in this moment and in this little workout. From here, I want you just to inhale. Don't move anything. Just inhale into your rib cage. And exhale all the air out of your lungs. Feel your rib cage settle into the mat. Start to center yourself. Slow down your brain. Make it come into where you are right now just for this workout. Inhale. And exhale, feel yourself grow a little bit taller. Maybe nod your chin a smidge. Get a little longer down your spine. We're going to do one more inhale here. And exhale. And with that, let's get a move on from here. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up to the top, right from the get-go. Let's move with intention. Take your time. Press those arms into the mat. Inhale and exhale. Articulate all the way down. Really feeling all those vertebrae getting a chance to move independently and on their own. Uncurl at the bottom. Inhale and the exhale. Rock your hips, peel and curl it all the way up. Reach your knees to the other side of the room. Have energy between those knees. Pressure on your big toe, your little toe, and your heel. Press those arms into the mat. See if you can get your body a little bit longer in each direction. Inhale. On the exhale, coming all the way down. Uncurl all the way. That feels good. I know we always do this, but it's so good for our back and spine. Sometimes we just need the bones moving, get some blood flowing and circulating around those bones. The muscles will follow, and that will just help your back and your spine and your body feel better. Coming all the way down right here. Hold it at the bottom. Cross your right leg all the way over your left and rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up, making that left side work just a little bit on its own and then getting a little stretch in that right side as an added bonus. You're welcome. And uncurl and rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. Trying to keep those knees nice and steady. They don't get to have a bunch of speed wobble, so do your best to move with that control and keeping track of everything. And there's a lot of body parts to keep track of, I know. Make sure your shoulders are pressed open, head is reaching long, and coming all the way down. And let's switch to the other side. Cross that left over your right and rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up, hold, and coming all the way down. And uncurl and rock your hips. Peel and curl, bringing it all the way up. Find that activeness in the back of your body and slowly coming all the way down. This time feeling that stretch in that left hip as you come down. One more time. Rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up, 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 up. And slowly coming all the way down. Unwind those legs. Hands reach up to the ceiling. Palms face each other. And from here, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come down by your side. Hands come up to the ceiling. And head comes right back down. And head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come up. And head comes down. And head, neck, and chest lifts all the way up. Hands come up. Interlace your hands behind your head. Let your head be heavy in your hands. Don't drop backwards though. Stay lifted right around your rib cage. And from here, take it over to the right. Come through the center, over to the left. And through the center, and to the right. And to the left. Trying to keep those shoulder blades off the mat, staying lifted as you come through the center. You're not dropping back as you come through. You're just staying lifted. Just stay lifted. That's the moral of the story right there. And wrapping those armpits to that opposite knee. Those obliques are turning on. One more time to the left. Come back to the middle. Hold here. Double check that your neck is head and your head in your head, heavy in your hands. And then from here, right leg floats up to tabletop, left leg floats up to tabletop. Tap that right toe down and bring it up and left. If it feels like a bit much for you to keep your head up, go ahead and put it down. You'll still be getting lots of work done. Stabilizing with those abdominal muscles, making sure that those knees stay 90 degrees. And see if you can turn off your feet. They get to be along for the ride. So they don't have a lot of attention right now. They just get to be part of the party. They don't get to do a lot of work. Every time you pull that knee up, I want you to use those abdominals to pull that knee up. One more time right. One more time left. Hold it right there. Glue your knees together nice and tight. Pull all of your spine into the mat. Imagine if I lifted you up, there'd be little dots right where all your little vertebrae make an indentation on that mat. Keep it that way, please. And then both feet go towards the mat. Exhale, brings it up. If you can get all the way to the mat while staying connected with your spine, go for it. If that's not where you are today, that's okay. That's just where you are today. Tomorrow's another day. You're building that strength and that positive pattern now, so please choose the range of motion that works for you. Keep those legs going. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. And then arms and leg goes in opposite directions together. They both reach long and bring it right back in. And reach and bring it in. And reach and bring it in. 2 more. One more time. Hold it right there. Head comes all the way down. Arms come flat in a goalpost on the mat or on the ground. Keep those knees glued together beautifully tight. Pick your left hip, float your knees over to the right. Use the left side of your waist, pull it back to center. And take it over to the left. And pull it back to center. And take it to the right. And pull it back to center. And to the left. And pull it back to center. One more time to the right and center. Those shoulders are quiet on the mat, so you're just rotating around your spine here. And pull it back to center. From here, interlace your hands behind your head. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Remember, at any time, if it's too intense with your head lifted with any of these, you can put it down. From here, right leg is going to extend up to the ceiling. Reach it up there. Left leg is going to go to the other side of the room. I want you to take a little peek at your hips. They get to stay completely still. And I want you to circle towards that, cross your midline with that leg. Hips stay still. Bring that leg down and around and up and hold. We're doing 5. This is 4. And 3. 2. One more time. Hold it right there. Bend your knees back into tabletop. Left leg extends up. Right leg reaches out nice and long. Again, hips stay still. Cross your midline. Bring that leg down, around, and up, and hold at the top. Imagine that foot's getting pulled right up to the ceiling, like it's being hung by fishing line even. It's reaching right out of your hip socket. 2 more. One more time. Hold right there. Bend into tabletop. Right leg extends up. Left leg goes out to that hover again. This time take it out to the side and bring it down, around, and up and hold. And take it out and bring it around. And out. 2 more. Nice, good, challenging one to just jump us off today. One more time. Hold it there. Bend into tabletop. Extend that left leg out. Right leg hovers. Take it out to the side and bring it around. Please put your head down, or you can even bring that bottom leg down if this is a bit much for you. So build up to this if you need to. And if you're enjoying the masochisticness of it, nice. And bend your knees. From here, hold. Head comes all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. And from here, right leg goes along on the mat. Left leg goes along on the mat. Arms float right back up to the ceiling. Shoulders are pressing towards your hips. Inhale. On the exhale, get all the air out of your lungs. Feel your rib cage settle into the mat. Feel your abdominals engage, breathing into your rib cage in the back. Inhale here. And exhale, press your lower back into the mat. Roll all the way up, and that was tough. I'm not gonna lie. After that other little exercise we just did prior. Whew, goodness gracious sakes almighty. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up. Grab your legs if you need to. Let go when you can. Belly button stays pulled back behind you. Shoulders are out of your ears. Rolling it all the way down. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Rolling it all the way up. And take it right back and down. One more time. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts, coming all the way up. And from here, we're gonna stay up at the top. You're gonna sit right back behind your tailbone. Bend your right knee, toes just tickle the mat. Left knee bends, toes tickle the mat. Grab your shins, look into your belly button. Rock back 1 inch, just a little inch, and pull it right back forward. So it's not much. I want you to imagine you're sitting on the end of a pool. See how far back you can rock back without falling into the water. And take it back. And I want you to feel how much abdominal work it takes to really control this. Little movement back, lots of abs to pull you right back forward. We're going to use all those same muscles. You're going to roll all the way back. Stay off your neck and your head. And come right back up and hold. And take it back. And bring it up and hold. Not a lot of pressure on those shins. I want you to be using your abs, not pushing into your hands. Lighten that grip. One more time. Take it back and bring it forward. Hold it right there. This time, float those legs up to tabletop. Grab the backs of your legs. If you'd like a little extra challenge, reach those fingers to the other side of the room. Coming all the way down to the mat, nice and slow, with good control. Drag those legs into a good tabletop. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to the middle. Arms and legs go along and bring it right back in. And reach. And reach. And reach. 2 more. One more time. Hold it here. Both hands go on that right leg. Extend the left. And switch. And switch. And switch. Interlace your hands behind your head. Make sure your head's heavy in your hands. Drop your head back even just a little bit. And then lift up again right around your rib cage. Put energy in those legs. Get those long legs out there. And add a rotation. Cross. And cross. And cross. 4, 3, 2, last one. Pull everything into the center. Head comes all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's egg beater those knees around just a little bit. Both directions. Feet come flat onto the mat and let those knees just rock side to side. And breathe. And from here, let those legs go all the way down, flat on the mat again. Hands come up to the ceiling. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. And exhale, rolls it all the way up. We're just doing one. We're staying up here. And then let's go ahead. Cross one foot in front of the other, or both knees together and they fall to one side, however you want to do it. We're going to stand all the way up without using your hands. Coming all the way up and come to the end of your mat. I want you to look down and make sure those feet are parallel. And right here, we're just going to have a nice moment to have an inhale, grow tall. And stay tall as you lift your head up into the ceiling. Feet are anchored down into the ground there. And then we're gonna move. Let's do this. Inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin. Round it forward. We're coming right around your center of gravity, keeping your weight forward on the balls of your feet and your toes. Coming all the way down. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. However you need to get your hands on the mat. We're gonna walk out to a plank. I would like you to keep your back of your neck and head lifted, belly buttons tight to your spine. One good push-up. Take it down, bring it right back up. Hike your hips all the way up to the sky. I'm going to have you take your time walking your hands back to your feet to stretch a little, get a little stretch snuck in here while we're at it. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. Head's hanging and start at your tailbone. Restack your spine, growing nice and tall. Shoulders, neck, and head are the last to come up. Inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin. Round it all the way down. Find that hang. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. Walk out to that plank. When 1, 2, try to get there in 3 steps with those hands. Let's do 2 push-ups. 1 and 2. Pike your hips all the way up. Walk your hands slowly to your feet. Knees are soft. And again, slowly start at your lower back and roll up. Grow tall each time. Lift, ending up with shoulders, neck, and head, lifting up into the ceiling. Inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin. Take it all the way down. We're going back out. We're going to do 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Hold it here. 3 good push-ups. Take it down for 1 and press it up. Take it down for 2. Press it up. Last one. And lift. Pike those hips up. Walk your hands to your feet. And slowly rolling all the way up. Shoulders, neck, and head of the last. Be nice and tall. Inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin, rounding it forward. I like sneaking in these little stretchy parts of this. Walk your hands all the way out to a plank. And then from here, I want you to bring your left foot right in between your hands. I want your knee over your heel. And then we're just gonna take a minute here and get a nice stretch across that front of your right hip flexor. If you have it available to you, you can come down onto your elbows. Please choose what works for you best. And just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Come back up onto your hands if needed. Bring your hands on outside of your foot. Bring that left leg back. Right foot's gonna come forward. Once again, my knee is over my heel. I'm gonna bring my right hand to the inside of my foot, getting a nice stretch across the front of my hip on the left side. And again, if you're happy here, stay here. If you would like to do a little deeper, go for it. Come down onto your elbows and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. Just enjoy this little happy moment of stretching. Hopefully your mind can be quiet from the hecticness of the day, whatever you're leaving behind or whatever you had ahead of you. And hopefully I didn't just remind you of it, sorry. Let those thoughts, appreciate them, and let them go off, and be appreciative that you're here and taking this time for yourself. Walk your hands back up if you have gone down. Hands are going to come to the outside of your foot. Bring that right leg back. And one more time, stretch those hips up to the ceiling. Heels are going to be down. Just getting a nice stretch all along the back of your legs there. Round it forward, coming back into that plank position. You're gonna do a beautiful one plank, nice and slow, steady, all the way down to the ground. We're gonna end up there, so take your time coming all the way down and hold right there. Let those arms slide right out above your head. I want you to press your pelvic bone and your pubic bone and your pelvis into the mat, so you can protect your lower back. Belly button's pulled up to your spine. We're going to be aiming for length instead of height here. You're going to lift your right arm and your left leg and really reach them nice and long. And then switch. And switch. And switch. Keep going just like this if you'd like. Or if you would like to hover both arms and legs, go for it. And let's go into a full swim. Holding on to that cross patterning. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, and exhale, and lower all the way down. Push up onto your hands and knees. And from here, I want your hands right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. And I actually want you to push into your hips just a little bit. And from here, I'm gonna have you lift that right knee out to the side. Not a very ladylike or any good position for anybody. It just doesn't look good, but we're doing it. We're peeing on a fire hydrant. And your knee is gonna be higher than your foot. And just give me a nice little flap. Lift it up, a little flap. Flap, flap. And I want you to have a light grip on your hands on that mat so you can lift up and not completely just fall on your face. That means I have more pressure and weight on that left hip, and that's what I want. I want it loaded. Try to get that right knee up there nice and high. Let's flap it for 4, 3, 2, last one. Knees come together. This time I want you to keep that right leg doing the moving. Bring it straight up to the ceiling with a bent knee and push into it backwards just a little bit and bring that knee forward and press it back and bring it forward. Arms are straight. Belly button is still pulled up to your spine. So even though your hips and your legs are doing the moving, this is dynamic and everything gets to play along. except maybe your lips. Don't purse your lips. And maybe no furrowed foreheads at me. Just enjoy the movement. Maybe a laugh, maybe a smile. Definitely not frowns or furrows. Let's do 2 more. One more time, and then we're going to combine both those moves. You're going to flap it out to the side high, and then rock it back. And flap it out to the side, and rock it back. And flap, and rock it, and flap, and rock it. Nice and high. Arms are straight, belly button still pulled into your spine, back of your neck and head is still lifted up. We're going to do 3 more. And 2. And 1 more time. Push it back, bring those knees together, sit back on your heels and push those hips over to the left and get that stretch. That left hip was starting to feel the burn. And you know what? We get to do the other side. Aren't you excited? All right, let's come back up onto our hands and knees. Knees are hip width apart. Once again, coming just behind your hands, pushing into that right hip. We're gonna load that right hip this time. And left leg gets to pee on the fire hydrant. Your knee is higher than your foot, and give me a little flap. Flap, flap, flap. Do a little check of your hands. Lift them and lower them so you're not just gonna blatantly fall on your face. So it has light grip on those hands, which means you're using your abdominals and your hips more to stabilize you, and that's what I'm aiming for. Strengthening those hips, strengthening those abdominals, really do go far for a lot of functional movement. Sitting up straight, walking tall, dancing, running, playing, swimming, you name it. This will help. Bring those knees together. Keep that knee at 90 degrees. Push it back behind you and push into that right hip, and then bring it forward and push it back. And push it back. And lift. And lift. And lift. Keep breathing. Double check you don't have a death grip on your hands. Mine were getting awfully heavy. It happens. You just have to keep reminding yourself. And press it back. 2 more. 1 more time. From here, you're going to add those 2. Flap it off to the side once, and then rock it back. And flap, and rock it back. And flap. Arms are straight. Don't collapse on me. And rock. Flap, and rock. And flap, and rock. Let's do 3 more. And 2. 1 more time. And rock it up. Knees come together. Push your hips back and over to the right. Getting a stretch all along that right hip. Whew. That was a fabulous little burner, wasn't it? All right, let's just slowly make our way down to the mat. I'm gonna have you come down onto your side. After that hard little workout, I'm gonna do a nice, lovely, yummy feeling one. I want you to lie on your side. Your head can just be hanging. If you need a little pillow, go for it. Your arms are right out in front of you. My hips are 90 degrees, my knees are 90 degrees. And I want you to take that right hand. I want you to reach it as far as you can. And then bring that arm up, keeping it as low as you can to the ground. Circle all the way around, getting that stretch across your chest. You're twisting from your tailbone all the way to the top of your head. And bring that arm around. And let's go for a huge circumference as far as you can, doing your best to keep those fingers low to the ground. Your shoulders may not have the flexibility, or they might need a little bit of a couple times around to increase that range of motion to stay on the ground. But the goal is to stay on the ground. And reach. And breathe. Inhale as you come open here. And exhale into that twist. We're gonna go around 1 more time just because it feels good. Reach, coming all the way around. And hold with those arms open. Come back onto your back. We'll switch over to the other side. I'm just gonna wiggle myself around here. Take your time getting there. Both hands on top of each other. My head is just relaxing on the mat, and hips are 90 degrees, knees are 90 degrees. Reach that top hand. That left hand is gonna reach as far as you can on the ground. Keep it low as you come up over the top of your head. Let your spine twist. Oh, that feels so good. I just love this. This is one of my favorites. I mean, I have a lot of favorites, I have to admit. I wouldn't, but this one feels yummy to me. I hope it feels good to you too. This is 3, coming around. Exhaling into that twist. One more time around. Bringing it up, opening your chest and shoulders up. Hold it with those legs open and wiggle yourself carefully around so that you're on your back in the middle of your mat again. I'm gonna have my knees bent. I'm gonna put my right ankle on my left knee. Float that left leg up to tabletop. Wrap your hands around that left thigh. Use your elbow to push that knee open just a smidge. Tailbone in your back stays flat and reaching long down the mat. And then float over to the left so that you really get a stretch into that right hip, which after that good exercise, those hips, fire hydrants, full Jane Fonda style, right? So effective though. Should feel good, a good stretch. Let's take this time, do some ankle circles. We're here, why not? And that always feels good. Try to get that full range of motion through your toes, your feet, your ankles, switch directions. And then float that left leg down. Let's switch sides. Your left ankle goes on your right knee. Float that right leg up to tabletop. Wrap your hands around that right thigh. Elbow encourages that knee open. Float ever so slightly over to the right. And exhale. And let's give me a nice little circle with your ankles. In both directions. And float that right leg down, unwind those legs. Right leg comes right up to tabletop. Left leg comes right up to tabletop. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs, press your legs into your hands. Sitting all the way up. And from here, bottoms of your feet are together. I'm making a nice little diamond. I'm not super close in. Let's float them out just a little bit. And I want you to round forward right over your feet. And breathe. Find a nice good exhale. Keep yourself leaning forward, but flatten your back out. Reach forward with that belly button towards the mat. Your elbows can even encourage your knees open a smidge. Round it forward one more time. And restack all the way up, growing beautifully tall. Inhale, float those arms up. Look up to the ceiling. Let them float down. Shrug your shoulders up, drop them like they're hot, shrug them up, drop them like they're hot. Thank you so much. Day 7, lucky number 7. We're on tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye.